The first farmer was the first man, and all historic nobility rests on possession and good use of land. Emerson. This is Randolph County, located in the center of North Carolina, a region of rolling hills, woodlands, and some of the richest farmland in the United States. There are over 1,500 farms, totaling over 150,000 acres in Randolph County. The agribusiness is the largest employer, with an economic impact of multi-millions of dollars. In the next few minutes, we'll explore Field to Table agriculture in Randolph County. Horses, Diamond A Farm. This is Diamond A Farm, a horse farm specializing in Appaloosa horses. The Appaloosa is a horse breed best known for its colorful leopard-spotted coat pattern. Artwork depicting prehistoric horses with leopard spotting exists in prehistoric cave paintings in Europe, as well as artwork from ancient Greece through the modern period. It's not always easy to predict a grown Appaloosa's color at birth. In fact, the foals do not always show leopard complex characteristics. The Appaloosa Horse Club recognizes the concept of the solid Appaloosa. The Nez Perce people of what today is the Pacific Northwest of the United States developed the original American breed. Today, we find 4-week-old foals, Trace and Charlotte. Trace, a prospective show horse, already is entered into the show circuit. In the exercise ring, Crash is working hard to learn commands and gaits. It takes around 6 months for an Appaloosa to be trained to ride, and a year or more to learn to jump or to do Western sports. The horses are fed 3 times a day, and each horse will eat up to 25 pounds of food per day. Diamond A Farm, the home of Trace, Charlotte, Crash, and many other beautiful Appaloosas. Broilers, Wright Farms. This is a chicken house, and this is what 20,000 chickens look like. These chicks are only 6 days old, and they sleep most of the time. They eat and drink water whenever they want. Food and water are always available. And chickens grow fast. Here are the same chickens now at 5 weeks old. Chickens are the most common and widespread domestic animal. In fact, there are more chickens in the world than any other species of bird. In North Carolina, the chicken industry creates over 110,000 jobs annually, resulting in over $12 billion in economic impact. So the next time you're enjoying chicken tenders, remember, there are over 5,700 family farms raising chickens in North Carolina just for you. Strawberries, Whitaker Farms. Every spring, something delicious happens at Whitaker Farms. Fresh strawberries. We all love strawberries, and Whitaker Farms grows some of the sweetest around. North Carolina is the 4th largest producer of strawberries in the country, and did you know almost all strawberries grown in North Carolina are eaten right here in the state? The strawberries at Whitaker Farms start out as tips. These tips are from strawberry plants and are only 1 week old. After planted in these containers, they'll spend 30 days in the greenhouse. Here are over 70,000 strawberry plants ready to be planted in the field in early October. The strawberry plant grows and matures during the next 7 months, and in the spring, a strawberry flower blooms. A strawberry flower usually has 5 to 7 petals. And after the flower opens, it only takes a month for the strawberry to become ripe and ready to eat. Strawberries, a North Carolina tradition. Every spring, right here in Randolph County. Corn and soybeans, Elliott Seed and Supply. Elliott Seed and Supply is a large grain farm specializing in corn, soybeans, wheat, hay, and agribusiness. Every spring is a busy time at the Elliott Farm, planting corn in April, soybeans in May, and harvesting wheat in June. Corn is planted by seed and is usually harvested in around 185 days. A special tractor called a grain combine holds the corn off the stalk, shucks the corn, cuts the corn off the cob, and measures the pounds of corn as it's harvested. The corn is transferred to trucks that deliver it from the field to the silos. The corn is first dried and then stored in silos to be used by farmers as feed for livestock, especially cows, hogs, and chickens. Elliott Seed and Supply will harvest approximately 50,000 bushels of corn per season. In November, it's time to harvest the soybeans that were planted in the spring. Soybeans are a very useful grain. The beans are processed when the protein of the bean, the meal, is separated from the soybean oil. Soybeans are used to also feed livestock, and the oil is used for cooking, manufacturing ink for writing pens, paint, and many other useful purposes. Elliott Seed and Supply is a vital part of the North Carolina agricultural landscape in Randolph County by growing, harvesting, and selling grains that benefit us all. Angus beef cattle, Hancock Farms. At Hancock Farms, Wilbert Hancock bought his first head of Angus cattle in 1958. The Angus cattle are a breed of cattle used in beef production. They are native to Scotland. Hancock Farm herds average 500 heads of cattle at a time. This herd is 14 months old and graze on hundreds of acres of their favorite grasses. This natural environment enhances the tenderness and flavor of the herd. Sheep, TLH Farm. Located in the southeast of Randolph County, you'll find one of the best kept secrets and most distinguished citizens, the American Tunis sheep. At TLH Farm, these beautiful sheep were brought to the United States in 1799 as a gift to the country from the ruler of Tunis, His Highness the Bey of Tunisia. The care of these sheep was entrusted to Judge Richard Peters of Pennsylvania, who became an outspoken advocate of the breed. By the early 1800s, the flocks were established in many states, including North Carolina. The Tunis sheep is used for meat and wool and is known for its creamy-colored wool and coppered red faces and legs. At birth, a Tunis lamb can weigh 7 to 12 pounds. A lamb remains a lamb until 1 year old. The Tunis are known for their disease resistance and their ability to remain productive on marginal land. They also thrive in warm and cold climates. The biggest danger to these sheep in Randolph County are predators. That includes coyotes, bobcats, and the occasional black bear. Donkeys are kept with the flock for protection. When an intruder approaches the flock, the donkey will move to the front and will bay and even attack the intruder if necessary. However, with the donkey bay and swift movements, predators usually move on. The Tunis are known for their beautiful wool, and once a year, these sheep will be sheared. The sheep are sheared in a way that the entire wool comes off in one piece. Tunis wool is soft and very pliable, making it a very sought-after wool. The Tunis enjoy lots of water, sheep feed, hay, and green grass in the summer. American Tunis, a heritage breed in Randolph County at TLH Farms. Tobacco, Whitaker Farms. Tobacco and tobacco farmers put North Carolina on the map. In fact, 2 of North Carolina's largest cities were built as company towns, Winston-Salem and Durham, employing thousands of North Carolinians for over a century. Today at Whitaker Farms, the tobacco tradition continues with organic tobacco. The organic tobacco begins its journey to the field in these greenhouses. These seedlings are only 2 weeks old and are in containers that rest in water, fertilized with seagull waste. These seedlings will grow into plants in just a short time. During this growing time in the greenhouse, they will continue to rest in the fertilized water. And to make sure they grow at the same level, the plants are mowed to assure even heights upon planting in the fields. After the tobacco has grown to full size in the fields, it is topped. Topping tobacco is the removal of the flower on the top of the plant. This maximizes leaf production and encourages ripening. Tobacco harvesting is a long and labor-intensive operation and can take days. When the Whitaker Farm tobacco is pulled, it is loaded into storage crates, where the tobacco is pinned into place and moved into barns to dry out. The tobacco will stay approximately 7 days in the barn, where the temperature is regulated and water is occasionally added to keep up the moisture content. After the tobacco is removed from the barn, it's compacted into bales and then shipped to markets. The tradition of over a century continues today with organic tobacco at Whitaker Farms. Eggs, Morgan Farm. We all love cookies, cakes, pies, but do you know what they all have in common? Eggs. Eggs are one of the most important components in our lives every day. At Morgan Farm, they raise Highland red chickens, and they produce over 12,000 eggs per day. These organic eggs are all natural and packed with vitamins and minerals, high-quality protein, unsaturated fats, and antioxidants. At Morgan Farm, the eggs that are laid softly land onto a conveyor belt that transfer the eggs to the front of the chicken house, where they are hand-packed by one worker. The eggs are hand-packed into trays and then placed in the cooler to await pickup from the processing plant. Then the eggs are washed and graded and shipped to the grocery store. Morgan Farm provides eggs that are sold under the name Eggland's Best, one of the most popular organic brands in the United States. Morgan Farm, producing over 12,000 delicious eggs per day in Randolph County. vegetables. Whitaker Farms. When you get sick and visit your doctor, sometimes he writes you a prescription for medicine, but he may also write you a prescription that says, go to Whitaker Farms. Whitaker Farms is the largest vegetable farm in Randolph County. Every year, they harvest thousands of pounds of fresh vegetables with delicious varieties, including beans, bell peppers, onions, lettuce, hot peppers, field tomatoes, watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, and squash, just to name a few. The planting season begins in the early spring, and by midsummer the harvest begins and continues to the fall. Then the pumpkin harvest begins, and agritourism is now in full swing. Fresh vegetables and fruits are an easy way to stay healthy. They're filled with vitamins and minerals. So Whitaker Farms is nature's medicine cabinet. Wright Farms dairy cows. It's early morning in Randolph County, and if you listen real good, you can hear the sounds of tractors already working the fields. This morning we find this tractor cutting corn. In fact, this corn will be breakfast, lunch, and dinner for these girls, dairy cows. We all love a cold glass of milk, and did you know milk is called nature's most perfect food? And a dairy cow's perfect food is corn. As the tractor rounds the bend of the cornfield, the whole corn stalk is cut and chopped by the silage cutter. The chopped corn falls into the trailer, and when full is then transferred into dump trucks. The dump trucks deliver the chopped corn into the feed pit. And here another tractor compacts the corn. And in 2 short weeks, when the corn ferments, it's breakfast time. These dairy cows enjoy over 50 pounds of delicious corn feed per day. And after a good meal, it's time for milking. Milking a cow today is a lot different than years gone by. Back then, a stool, a bucket, and 2 strong hands were all the equipment available. And it would take 20 minutes to milk 1 cow. But today, modern technology makes milking a cow a lot easier. At this farm, they can milk 12 cows at one time in just 10 minutes. And by milking these cows 3 times per day, they produce over 185,000 glasses of milk every day. Dairy cows, producing nature's most perfect food, milk. And that means ice cream, yogurt, cheese, butter, pudding, chocolate milk, macaroni and cheese, and so much more. So the next time you see a dairy cow, say thanks. Nursery, greenhouse, floriculture, and landscaping. Whitaker Farms. The most beautiful part of agriculture in Randolph County is floriculture and landscaping. Whitaker Farm is one of the largest producers of beautiful flowers with many varieties and shades and colors to choose from. Flowers are seasonal, but Whitaker Farm grows flowers for every season. In addition, landscaping with shrubs, trees, and fountains is an important part of the farm. Residential and commercial clients enjoy the beautiful designs by Whitaker Farms. Beautifying your home With flowers, trees, and shrubs, it's something we all do. And the greenhouses at Whitaker Farms are constantly growing beautiful plants year-round. The staff are well-trained and experienced gardeners, so we all can get a green thumb from Whitaker Farms. In the past few minutes, we've shown you just a glimpse of agriculture in Randolph County. We hope you've enjoyed your tour of Field to Table.